We have an ad starting in a minute. So it's book time. Sorry, thought I felt a burp. Okay. Hushed discussions in the following years that Frances, that witty, fearful beauty, had gone quietly. That Frances, that witty, fearful beauty, had gone quietly mad and now addressed her aged cat as Price, represented a weird icing on an already weird cake. It was a good story, and so it was told and told again, and it brought a reliable delight to the tellers and audience both. Mr. Baker had seen no evidence of this particular mania in Frances. All he knew was that anyone who could hold her own against the formidable Franklin Price, and by all accounts Frances did more than hold her own, was one deserving of his respect. And from the start of their working together he had afforded her this. She'd received it as a matter of course, and for the first years of their collaboration had extended him a mirrored respect, along with the occasional small kindness. But as time passed and the estate faltered, Mr. Baker had become for her a totem of disintegration, and she turned away from the man. So began their game of go-seek. Having made every effort to salvage her holdings, Mr. Baker suffered no professional guilt. Frances's spending was pathological. How many times had he reached out to beg for frugality, only to learn later that the warning had kicked off a frenzy of lavish purchases. She bought homes in cities she never intended to visit. She gave staggering sums to charities whose aims she could not accurately name. Mr. Baker couldn't rid himself of the notion that ruin was the object of the game for Frances. But was she herself aware of it? That is, was she perhaps attempting to distance herself from what could be considered dirty money? For what his opinion was worth, he thought her motivation was not linked to morality, but something smaller, something more personal, and bitterer. Bitterer. He had experienced a queasiness in the recent months whenever her name came to mind, knowing the matter was beyond hope, and knowing he would eventually have to have the conversation he most dreaded having with his clients. He was having that conversation now. Before Frances had settled in her chair, Mr. Baker spoke. "It's all gone, Frances." "What's all gone?" "Everything." Frances took a drink of water. "Everything," she said. "Yes. Not the money in my account. It's not your account for long. It's in my name. The name you get to keep, but every penny in that account, and in addition to the investments and properties, is going back to the bank." Frances said, "The properties." "The properties are yours, I would imagine, until the end of the month. By that I mean you have use of them. But they can none of them be sold or rented, and you will be locked out on the 1st of January at the latest." Frances took another sip of water, then held the cool glass to her cheek. "Certainly I'll get to keep the money I brought to the marriage. That was shuffled into the estate a long time ago, and it was not, a very large sum. What about Malcolm's legacy?" "No," said Mr. Baker. "What are we meant to live off once the bank has moved against us?" "I can't claim to know the answer to that." It was grotesque to see a person such as Frances exposed in this way, and Mr. Baker was peeved to be party to it. He told her, I spoke to you about this as a possibility for 7 years, and as an eventuality for 3. What did you think was going to happen? What was your plan?" She exhaled. "My plan was to die before the money ran out, but I kept and keep not dying, and here I am." What a plan. She shook her head at herself, then sat up. "All right, then. It's been settled. And now I want you to it's all been settled, and now I want you to tell me what to do." "Do?" he said. "Yes. Tell me, please." "What else is there to do but start over? And what does that mean, I wonder? When you know I've never generated money, but only spent it. What can I say, Frances? Take a loan from a friend? Impossible. Name something else." There is nothing else. There is something else. Mr. Baker looked away and back. He said, "Speaking off the record, there's only one thing you can do. Sell it all." "Sell what all?" "Everything that isn't nailed down. Sell the jewelry, the art, the books. Sell it privately, quietly, cheaply. Bring me the checks, and I'll transfer it to cash for you." "And then what?" "And then whatever you wish." "But where will we live?" "I suppose you'll have to rent." To hear the word, it was like swallowing a sharp crust of stale bread, and Frances winced. No one was going to help her, she realized, and she felt very small and cold. She stood. Staring at Mr. Baker's forehead, she said, "Thank you for everything. I don't suppose we'll be seeing each other again." "Frances, sit," he said. "Order some lunch." "I need to breathe." "It's not a death." "I need to leave." That evening, Malcolm came into the kitchen to find Frances sharpening a long, gleaming knife at the marble-top island. She worked with a sense of rhythm and intently. Malcolm had never seen her perform this or any other kitchen duty before, and he asked her, "Are you cooking?" "No, I only like the sound it makes," she said, lightly panting. The vein on her forehead plumped. "How was your time with Susan?" Malcolm murmured indistinctly. "What's that, Mr. Mumbles? I can't understand you." "Well, my news trumps yours. Are you ready for this? We're insolvent. We've nothing left. Nothing in the world." She laughed dementedly, cutting at the air with the knife. It came away from her hand, clattering down the length of the island and onto the floor. Malcolm was unnerved and went away from her. Alone again, Frances collected the knife and resumed her work of sharpening the blade, but more slowly than before. It's kind of an ominous way to leave things, but that's where we're leaving things. Not for the stream, just for the book. For now. That was the end of that chapter. Hello, we're back. Okay. Hey, if it is Mary Ellen Ellison. Need something? My wife, Rose, absolutely loves beer. I make it for her whenever I can. I've tried spending time with Jacob Ryle. I really have. We just don't see eye to eye. He is such a pragmatist. Oyster mushroom. Okay. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh. We're gonna run out of lantern oil soon. It's okay. We'll just do things in the dark. Good, just got home. How are you? I'm pretty good. We joined a coven. It's winter now. We got a Discord. Yep, it's dark now. Sorry, it's really dark for you guys. I just want to get this mining thing done. If it's any consolation, it's very dark for me too. Yeah, the Discord is still very much in early stages. So, what did I just... what the heck? This is what happens when it's dark. Once my Discord loads, I'll be joining. Of course, this is the one time I had Discord actually closed on my computer. Yes, I planned it accordingly. But, I'll try to get the Discord set up a bit more over the next couple of weeks while I'm absent from streaming. And yeah. Winter Gala. Ooh. I'm in. Hackers be like, you want some fish? I think I have those. Sure. What, 9 of those? Tipsy cake recipe, pumpkin soup recipe, and french fries. I think I have I know pumpkin soup, but I don't know tipsy cake. Scallop for crimin might no. You need 2 wool. No. Crafting contest. It's movie theater. Should I make that more clear? Screening room. Mary Ellen Ellison, how's our bear town of Honeywood treating you today? I could eat Edwin Chesney's produce any day of the week. He grows some tasty stuff. See, what she really means is I could eat Edwin Chesney any day of the week. If you have maple syrup lying around, you can elevate your journey cakes to honest-to-goodness pancakes. How it works for the moment? Okay. Let the Discord grow and live as it wishes. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning that I flip-flopped a lot on... Oh, what are these? Rose hips. On, whether the mana rooms should be categories or channels, but then I... like, but if they're categories, then we won't be able to use many rooms, so... Now we get to have as many rooms as we want in the manor. Otherwise it would have been like a ton of categories with 1 channel in each one. That would have been kind of overwhelming. And there are crows here all year round. What is up with that? I've been reading some interesting stories lately. Didn't you say you were going to do a quest for me? You should keep an eye out for the Aurora Borealis this winter. It's worth seeing at least once. So long. But we could always add in a garden, or like a music room, or A guest house? I don't know. A bathroom? I don't know what we do there, but keep that to yourself. A kitchen? Could work. A laundry room? Where you can share all your dark secrets, you know, air your dirty laundry. Hello, Mary Ellen Ellison, was it? When a traveler visits, I want to leave them with a good impression of Honeywood's food. What do we do with leftover bread? We eat it, of course. Why don't any of you have money? Tea room for all the tea. What is it? It's a sitting room. What you want? I always have nails in my inventory, don't you worry. Not always. I'm exhausted. Wish this day would end already. But you do have them today. Yes, suggestions for anything. Games, books, movies, TV shows, sound alerts. Yeah. I cannot guarantee that I will use everything, but I will review suggestions. Or maybe I... Yeah. We'll keep it at that for now. Hello, Potato. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I've got some of your cousins here. They're gonna rot in 6 days. Oh wait, actually he had a quest. You want clam chowder? No. Awake. Tell your family to live. Did I get nails from you? I did, okay. One of the babies is a traitor. This one, Alfredo, was talking about how reasonable the mayor's taxes are because they go to the king, blah blah blah, and the king's great, blah blah blah. So. Yep. And then he gave us some potatoes, so he might be a communist. Eat English muffins, drink tea, and have crumpets. Are those the rules? How many give turnips? Not an adventure communist. Pretty sure that's potatoes. This is gonna be furniture. Clothing counts as furniture. I'm pretty good. This is gonna be my last stream for a couple of weeks because I'm gonna be traveling. So that's part of what convinced me to do the Discord. And also I finally thought of a theme for it that I liked. Yeah, I'm just gonna go see family for Thanksgiving. But kind of an extended visit because I don't get to see them much. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a nice time. Yeah, because the Discord, I wanted it to be more interesting than just like the usual categories and stuff, and then I was like, okay, maybe it would make sense for it to be the secret tunnel, because that's kind of, you know, the nomads thing that we talk about. There it is.
Secret tunnel, secret tunnel,
Through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. Yeah. But I don't know. I was like, I don't want to create an identity around something that already exists. So, then, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of, like, in the tunnel, it could be, like, different rooms in the tunnel, and then I don't know, somehow it became a manor. Because that's sort of like all the point-and-click games that we play, they have spooky old manors. And it's sort of like a cozy setting, and funky. So, and I'll try to, just in case the room names are a bit confusing, I'll try to make like headers for each one that I'll pin to the top, I think. I'll try and do that and see if I like it. That kind of clarify. And, I mean, manors have, you know, passages, and there may or may not be some of that going on. I have to figure out how to, you know... Never mind. Anyway. I don't know. Okay. I did a bunch of overthinking already. I am perfectly thinking it now. I was trying to be a wink wink nudge nudge. Don't worry. Add more to the names? Like it will... Or wait, what am I overthinking? I don't know. I'm overthinking that now, so that's cool. You know, I just want it to look a bit prettier than Discord generally does. No offense to Discord. It's just, you know, it's just very gray. The whole design is overthought. Oh. Let me do that. Let me do what I want. People, does Megan mean to insult Discord? I think 8-Ball thought it was funny. Way more thought than expected required. That's my brand. That's what I do. What am I trying to do here, though? I need to give this loom to you. Bloom to... No, loom to the bloom. Oh, she got married. The guy who looks like he's wearing a fake beard. Yeah, I was up until like 2 a.m. last night, which is not unusual for me, but it was because I kept thinking of new ideas and like rearranging things. The in-game family's okay. Scarlett and I don't talk very much because she just hangs out in the front door and then goes to the tavern where she works. I hope you're not going to ask me to do you any